If you want a light heart and a clear mind, I think one of the best things that we can do for ourselves is to regularly forgive. What I've found is so many of us get stuck in the past because we've not been able to move on from previous events. And often the one thing that's holding us back is that we haven't forgiven. Perhaps we haven't forgiven the person who's hurt us, or maybe we haven't forgiven ourselves for our own mistakes. It does happen. I think one of the reasons we don't forgive is we may believe that forgiveness is the same as forgetting, or that forgiveness means we'll be accepting that what the other person did was right. But that's not the case. And what happens is when we don't forgive, we actually end up holding on to resentment. A resentment that's often fueled by a desire to see the person who hurt us punished for what they've done. Now, the problem with this is we keep reliving what was done to us, and as we hold on to an often unrealistic desire to see them pay for what they've done, we don't end up realizing that actually, firstly, it's often out of our hands if they're going to bear the consequences of what they've done. And secondly, we may not get the chance to see what happens next. So in the end, we actually only end up hurting ourselves because we're reliving the experience over and over again. And by doing so, even on a subconscious level, it drains our energy and we end up being stuck in the past, unable to be motivated to plan our future. So if you're finding yourselves having difficulty moving forward, still struggling with the pain of previous events, see if you can take an inventory of who you might have left to forgive, including yourself. A good way to assess this is that you'll find that those you've yet to forgive are often people you will feel quite uncomfortable with and closed off from. And you'll find that you find it difficult to be happy for them when they achieve success because you might feel it's undeserved. Take home message: forgiveness does not mean that we forget. Forgiveness does not mean that what the other person did was right. However, forgiveness does mean we have freed ourselves of reliving the experience over and over again. And it does mean that we can move forward in our life.